Copy.
Welcome to West Coast Wednesday here on Prospectors Radio with Kathleen Biffle, Rich Cooley, Scott Swiftwater Tony, Indiana Gold Hunter, Dennis Dayton, and your host, Tim Grimes. We hope you enjoy the show, and thanks again for listening.
And Shad. It's Wednesday. Gosh. It needs to be Friday.
Okay.
Should be Friday.
It should be. I'm just tired.
I'm tired.
Come on, Friday for me.
Yes, Rich. Rub it in, Mr. Thursday, Friday guy.
What are you talking about? In today, Tuesday?
Not for Rich. Rich's.
Oh, no, it's Wednesday.
Rich's Fridays are Thursdays.
Yeah,
You know, it's really weird because
every day is Saturday to Scott.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm off this Friday. So.
Oh man.
Man, you
Living
know what?
the
Every time
dream
you
over
say
there.
that, you make it sound so bad for some reason.
I know.
He's just jealous. He's just really jealous.
Yeah.
I mean,
don't we all wish we had a sugar mama?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's like,
I wish I had one of those.
Hey, I'm pulling my weight on.
Dude, look,
It's not
I
about
don't even
it's
own a
about
watch.
taking
I
it.
don't even know where you're getting that at. Freaking sugar roll.
the life of Swiftwater.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying right now you couldn't do nothing.
What do you mean?
It's slightly raining, and it's slightly raining, then it goes back to raining again.
At least you guys are getting some rain.
Yeah.
Oh,
y'all bitch
great.
a
Just
lot
let
about
everything
stuff.
grow up bushy and better so I can't dig.
Well, you.
I'd rather it just be dying out so I can go right to it and get it over with.
Uh-huh.
You guys, when you come out here, you're going to see everything sticks you, pokes you, or bites you.
Have you ever been to Arizona, Shad?
Not once, man. I'm waiting
I
for
would
that
know.
opportunity.
Me know.
I'm
Maybe
just
we'll
saying,
make it one day.
they can be sitting there, Tim. This is what's funny. They can be sitting there and they can dredge or they can dig or whatever they're doing. The next year they come back, it's like a freaking forest. They're like, wait a minute, I gotta get back under here. And everything is poking you and killing you. It's not nice, man. I hate this place sometimes.
We'll see.
I love to dig here.
Your
but I
problem
hate-
is you stop digging. Never stop digging.
Yeah, okay.
Just keep digging. That's the
You
shirt.
guys out there in Radio Land, just remember what you just said. He said he was never going to stop digging. That means he's going to dig at 110 degrees, 100.
Hey, I got a day job right now, bro.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
you be out there at 4 a.m. digging for a couple hours every day.
Yeah.
Okay, come on.
Yeah, I want to be out there just at the right time. Everything else is out there hunting for food. No.
Wear your white shirt. They'll never see you.
Well, yes, they do. We make plenty of noise that they know we're there. There is what, dude. I don't mess around the desert like that. There's a lot of noise. We do a lot of stuff. Bang shovels on a rock. Bang. Every time you take 2 shovels, bang. You know, it makes a difference. Don't trust it, man.
Bang.
Yeah, don't trust it. I'm just saying, don't trust it.
Just saying.
Not the time you're like, oh yeah, everything's good. A cat jumps on your back or some crazy stuff like that. You never know.
Bang.
Well, I mean, they got reports of bears below me.
You know, Smokey Wilson just made a great point. Just take the blowgun out with you, Swifty. You'll be fine, and that'll be quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, Smokey, if you want to know, I take a 44 Magnum with me, and that's not quiet, but I let it know.
You've got nothing to worry about.
Nope, it makes a big hole pretty quick.
Between the 44 and bang on the shovel.
I can just imagine little Scott, you know, both hands to pull that out. You know, remember Police Academy, the little nerd with the little glasses? He was like, you know, I see that Swifty, you know.
Dude, I own a 45 caliber Rossi Western style commemorative to Doc Holliday and Wyatt Earp. It's a 4.5-inch barrel, quick draw 44 mag.
Wow, you really
There ain't no 2 hands. If you can put 2 hands on it, Okay, that's pretty good. But yeah, whatever. They two hands.
Let's call you Scott Hall.
Nah, you pull that thing out and you're freaking pulling the trigger with one, you're fanning with the other.
What's that sound?
I'm not gonna do it again.
Don't worry, YouTube man will be able to go back and repeat.
Oh,
it.
that's right.
All right, I'm just saying.
Pew, pew.
Sorry, folks, but I still believe in protecting my own. So,
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Well, I did see some cool little posts on the Gold Prospector space. People
Yeah.
getting their
actually, there's been a couple.
their winnings from the big
You
raffle.
post ours.
Yeah.
So, it's your job.
I got busy.
Kathleen
today.
got hers.
Did she?
Yeah.
What?
So what?
Yep.
Steve France sent you.
Yes, I got the Dirt Hog.
Wait.
And
Oh
and
yeah.
then
Threw in a raffle ticket
I
too.
got a raffle
Oh.
ticket.
And then?
So this is drawing in December.
It's a Christmas party, I guess, for the Cheyenne
Cheyenne
GPAA
GPA
raffle.
And it's first place is a 10-gram golden quartz. Second place, 10-ounce silver bar. Third place, Gold Hog flow pan.
Nice.
So
Thank
Kathleen got a
you.
ticket too. So
Oh, already?
yep.
Thank you.
You already guys got a ticket before you even told us. You snakes.
Hey man, just saying.
Trying to
And
get
then,
that early
of
bird
course,
special, man.
Jaron, aka Mr. Lodak.
Yeah.
Hello, Dick.
Kathleen received, what is this, 1.5 ounce silvers,
Uh-huh.
right? So the first one,
So, like, I had a question on this one.
That's
Like,
pretty
this
cool.
is kind of cool. Like
That's
the
cool.
design and stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
It was cool.
did Jared make these, or where did they come from?
I have no clue. That
Kind
was
of cool.
I like
Oh, is
it.
that a little silver bar?
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
there's two of
Like
them.
a
There's a
silver
1
one,
ounce round
See,
It's
that's
really
pretty cool. I
shiny,
like
too.
that, man.
and the 1/2 ounce little bar.
And this has
Yeah.
got a neat design on the back. I
Yeah.
don't know if you guys can see it.
Oh,
But
yeah.
it's pretty cool.
It is cool design.
Yeah, this is way too good of a pour for it to be ours.
Kind of looks like a turtle shell or something, don't it?
It does.
Hey, your guys' stuff looked pretty good. Don't
It wasn't too bad.
It's
Our
yeah,
got a
those
gold
two
bar
skull
was
and
a little rough.
crossbones thingy. on the front. I don't know if you can
Yeah, it's
see
hard
it.
to. I think it's hard.
Yeah,
to-
but you got to remember,
Very
Shad,
close
it's
to-
not like you've been making them for 20 years.
No. We're not a refinery. We're not at that level.
This is like you can't see it, but anyway.
Okay. Sure.
That's pretty cool.
Cool.
Wait, okay. He said it. I bought or won them at some point.
Oh,
Oh, cool.
but they're kind of neat.
They are neat.
They are. So that's awesome. So thank you, Jaron and Steve France, for donating
Yes,
to the
sir.
site for that big raffle, as well as I know they
Thank
obviously
you.
participated too. So that's
I
awesome.
hope, I hope everybody posts the stuff as they receive it. That'd be cool.
Yep. I saw Darth got our nugget.
Oh, he did?
Yep. He
Awesome.
posted in the discussion board that he received it. So
Oh, and P.S. By the way, if you want something from me, you'll get it when you get it. Okay.
You'll get it next year.
How did we know that?
Yeah. Jaron got it. Jaron got his pans. I seen that. I think.
No, it was funny because I told Lisa, I said, "Hey, we got some small boxes, right?" She goes, "Yeah." She rung them up. I'm like, "Yeah, those are not. Those ain't small boxes." I'm
Gold?
like, no.
Gold Prospector Space and Prospector Radio is not responsible for the shipping.
For
Just
Swiftwater.
I was gonna make that disclaimer.
No, I
Perfect.
mean, there's one that's going to work for the wood because I got to wrap it up in bubble wrap because if somebody smashes it, I don't want it to get crumbled.
I thought you
I mean,
couldn't.
really, you want to get a piece of freaking petrified wood and dust?
I thought you couldn't smash petrified wood.
It's rock.
That's,
Hello,
you think the post office gonna smash?
But it's
rock?
petrified.
petrified. No, they can just stack a bunch of crap on top of it.
all you need is bubble wrap, dude. It ain't that hard, man.
I already got bubble wrap.
get
It's
one
not
of those.
it's not all. It's all, baby.
Dude, that's
I send glass bottles of oil, essential oils, and tinctures in the mail. You
What-
can't
what-
send
what-
petrified wood.
What do you think's going on at the post
Make
office?
excuses and mail the daggone
You know
thing.
what? You know what's really funny, Rich? Have you got your mustache oil? Because I thought she was supposed to send us stuff in the mail like a long time ago.
Well, I got
Hey,
Oh, it was beard oil.
One part of my mustache is going this way, the other one's over here looking south. I'm like, I feel like a compass. I
and
don't
she
know.
called you out.
Scott, I'm gonna deliver yours.
You did.
You'll get it when you get it.
Hey, I had to mark it. I gotta tailor to my paying customers first.
Right.
Right?
This is true.
Hey, Shad, that's the way the mail works. You'll get it when you get it.
It is a gamble, right? We all have been told we need to lower our expectations.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying.
Right?
I do
That's the
a
key to
special kind of
surviving.
writing. It's like half cursive, half freaking like regular writing, and it throws a lot of people off. So I got the list. I got the list.
Yeah, I sent you the list.
My stuff will be sent out this next week, but I want
Sure it will.
Lisa. I want Lisa to write down the names and the address.
Yeah.
I do it.
Sunday night will be. Oh well, I forgot. We didn't have time.
Lisa didn't write down the names for me.
Hey,
Can't screw
I
it.
didn't say I promise. I said it will be.
Oh,
So John
Right.
Hunt said he's getting expecting the winnings from Darth delivered to him tomorrow, according to
Uh-huh.
tracking, and then he's rubbing it in on that book from Smokey. Should
Ah.
be next week.
And by the way, for you guys out there that's getting a gram of gold, look for an envelope. If your neighbor steals it, it's not my fault.
Man, all these disclaimers.
I know.
Scott.
I'm
Yeah.
just
Get
saying.
it when you
I
get
mean,
it.
from now on, when you
Paper
post
knife.
something, you need to have a whole
Yeah,
list of
disclaimer.
disclaimers about your contribution. Go.
You know what's really funny? I didn't think how much contributions would take to do, but
yeah.
I'm looking that, like, you know what? I always like it because it went to the actual,
Yeah.
you know, the raffle and stuff
Keeping
like
us
that.
going.
But I figured this thing up, and I was like, man, this ain't really funny no more.
Well, you got to ship it the cheapest way.
Well, you didn't have to just ship it, but you had to get it too.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's certain things I was like, oh yeah, I bought it for this much, but you know what? I'll give it to somebody. And then to find out I have to spend as much to ship it as I did to buy it,
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, I don't think it's really working out that great.
It's like those mugs. I didn't pay much for the mugs, but it cost them almost
Oh
20
yeah,
bucks.
because the
Different.
size of those
Yeah.
mugs.
In the
Yeah,
way,
you can't.
in the way.
Wait.
And post office, I don't know if anyone else knows, their rates, they keep increasing.
Oh, yeah.
It's been
Yeah.
several increases.
But like I said, everybody's going to get, like, everything I send. They're going to, if you don't like it, there's something wrong with you. I mean, these are pieces that we had. They were just pieces I could grab really quick, and she didn't say nothing about.
Yeah.
So you stole things from Lisa to give away on the show.
No, I didn't say that.
That's dirty, man.
I didn't say I stole anything. I said this. I'm like, okay, this we can do.
I don't know. You kind of whispered.
I
Well,
can't-
actually, this. Oh, good. Almost dropped it. This piece.
Yeah,
this
don't
piece-
want to be dust.
this piece of petrified wood. This piece of petrified wood right here. I actually was talking to somebody up at Shalene's, you know, the watering hole, and they said they had it. I'm like, oh, I'd like to have a piece of that. And they brought it out, and they come around. I'm like, oh, I like that a lot. He goes, don't worry about it. It's not illegal because it's not from Arizona. It's from Colorado.
Uh-huh.
So it looks like an actual rock piece of wood.
Right.
It ain't like what we have here that looks like a gemstone. It's got like multi-colors in it. If you pick it up, you're going to get arrested. No,
What?
ain't like that.
Well, here's what's funny about everything, though, right? You have Smokey, right? Located in Scotland, right? People
Yeah.
will receive an item
Across
from
the ocean.
from Smokey in Scotland before Scott even mails it out. Right?
Do
Just
what?
You're right.
I find that funny.
What, did Smokey win there?
No.
No, Smokey already mailed his package, and it's got to go through customs. Yeah,
Yeah, but he's got to start like 4 days ahead. I had to wait for the list.
But he is in
Tim
another
Grimes
country.
just sent it to me. So
He is in another country, though.
Wait,
I'm
he
just
was
saying,
in the
I
same
just got
boat
the
as
list.
you, Scott. He had to get an address.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I just got
He
the
had to
list.
find a box. He had to fill out a customs form, even.
Let me see. I think I sent you that list Monday. I think it was Monday. right?
Monday?
I think it was Monday I sent it
No,
to
you
you.
didn't.
Oh, Jesus. Let me look and see. When did I send it to you?
Yeah, www.com that was yesterday, big boy.
No, it wasn't yesterday. I didn't even
Yes, it was.
get on my
I mean, think
Actually,
about
I
it,
think it was
Scott.
this morning.
We got our stuff from 2 separate individuals today.
Hold on, Scott.
And this actually came what? On
Yep.
Monday?
A few days ago.
Yeah, that one
A
was
few
like
days ago.
good
I
God.
sent that to you, Scott, Monday at 6:13 p.m.
That's 3 p.m. your time.
I have the text right here.
Well, how come I didn't get that until the morning?
Oh God, here we go.
Why didn't you travel there and read it for him, Tim? Why didn't you just write it down for him?
Well, you know what's really funny is what time did you say that again, Tim?
7:01, 6:13 p.m. I sent it to you
What night?
Monday.
Monday.
And wait a minute, you replied to me. Thumbs up at 7.
I'm
Right?
going to ride a rocket now, Larry.
So you got it Monday night.
You know what's really funny? Because I thought it was Tuesday because I was going to have her write all the things down.
Here comes the excuses.
Just
You know,
You
saying.
have excuses.
Hey, have you seen them gold prices?
I don't know. I don't think they're up to your caliber, Mr. High Price.
Man, I will say this. Gold, good God.
Oh no!
It's fallen, but it's up $3.09, closing at
I think we need to start buying some gold.
Oh, we suck again.
Right?
Now, you know what? I want to tell you guys out there right now, $1,600. I know it's went down, but remember back in the day when we were doing it for $400 or $500, $1,600 is still good, guys. Keep digging.
Well, I
Keep
think it's going to
digging.
turn back into the 80s because of inflation.
Dude,
No,
that's
Dig
like
like
saying,
hell,
you
boys.
remember when gold was $5 an ounce?
dig it. Just dig it.
Well,
Keep
I
digging
will
it.
say
It's
this.
turning back into the Carter year.
The price of gold in the grand scheme is irrelevant unless you're
Yeah, but I'm
selling
just
it.
saying, you got all these people that are in with us. They like to go out with their families and they like to go out with their friends. And everybody has a good time. Da, da, da. You know, if you can get gold, just keep getting it.
Well, I
will add up
feel
sometime.
I feel
Oh,
bad.
I'm still stockpiling it. Don't get me wrong.
I feel bad for the small time miners out there who are actually doing it for a living, because not only are they suffering like everyone else is of severe inflation for food prices, gas prices, especially diesel. I don't care about unleaded diesel. Those haven't hardly moved.
Hey,
It's
five
like-
gallons was $20 today.
Yeah, and then you got gold falling, right? Which is very odd if you really think about with inflation. But gold is falling in value, so yeah, that puts them at definitely a really crappy position right now.
Yeah, it does. It makes it hard.
I will say silver's up 22 more cents. It's doing something different than gold. It's at $19.50.
Woo, silver.
Yep. So that's like
Yeah, but you know what?
$30
It's
right here in our
staying at
hands.
19. It's stayed at 19 for how long? It's staying at 19 there, guys.
Yeah, it's still. I mean, that's still great.
No, I mean it's like a fight.
Yeah.
Like, oh no, oh yeah.
Yeah, silver's done more of a smiley face graph.
It's
Gold
actually a
is like
smiley.
a slanted frown right now. Now
It's a
platinum,
smirk.
it's a smirk. Platinum's also smirking, but it did fall $17.74, $906.36.
Mhm.
That's
Now I don't know. Did you guys do these prices on
What happened to
Sunday?
uranium?
You're giving it away.
I
So on September 15th, it was at 6,100. Been there for a long time. It fell all the way down to $4,140.
What day was that?
That was on September 16th.
What happened
It
on
just-
September 16th?
I don't know. I mean, the same thing with ruthenium. It was previous.
On the same day?
I'm gonna say
Yeah,
that,
it
I'm
was
gonna
at
say the bottom
750.
dropped out.
750.
What
Now it's
happened
down
on
to
September
503.
16th?
You guys got to understand on certain things like that. There's people that have a lot of money behind them, and they can manipulate the way the market.
Well, before we talk too much,
they need is 4 ticks.
yeah,
4
before
ticks.
we talk
1,
too
2,
much
3,
about
4,
it,
cash out.
calm
1, 2,
down.
3. They
Come
won.
down, little one. Calm down.
Is
Let me
that,
get.
is that when the immigrants went to Martha's Vineyard?
Could have been.
No, that was just 3 days ago.
Oh,
What are you
Now-
talking about?
Palladium fell $9.80. It's at $2,148.10. It's doing a jack-o'-lantern movement.
I
like
was just
that.
gonna say that.
So-
It looks like a jack-o'-lantern.
Now, real quick though, and we could talk more, Scott, about the markets and rhodium, right? Remember, this one was at $20,215 for like over a
so
year and
it's-
a half,
yeah.
2 years, right? It also fell where it's at now for $14,190. So that's huge for never moving. I mean,
Did
just the
something
sheer
happen with
difference.
It's like that Bitcoin crap. It's
Well, I don't know. Like, all right, we all know Russia is a major producer of those 3 minerals, right?
Right.
Because they're byproducts of other mining
Oh,
operations.
did he threaten you? Like,
No, that was just yet last night.
Yeah.
So I don't know going back to the 16th, really. I'm curious. I want to look because
Yeah.
that's a huge drop. Granted, it stayed so flat for so long, which was odd in itself.
what do you mean you got to go look back at it? You already
No, I'm
know.
Something
serious. I want to
happened on
look
the
through the news.
16th
I
that
want to Google
caused-
this. You know,
All
I want
right.
to find out.
See
So
what-
unless you're
You know
out
what
in the
facts,
chat
I
room,
guess I can.
because I don't have the YouTube chat up. So if you're in Gold Prospect, Google that. Find out why rhodium prices dropped on the 16th of September. I'm curious, right? Because think about you always say, Scott, oh, the new cell phones aren't coming out yet. You know,
Right.
well, Apple just dropped their new
Yeah.
one.
The new 14s. That's what I was saying.
Hey,
Big one.
Yeah.
So maybe,
Yeah.
Scott.
that's you know what? I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying, you know what? You're on to the right key.
yeah, but they already made them.
There's
Either get on the
there's
wagon or
something
get
that
off the
happened
wagon.
where it just finally dropped. So I'm really curious because, yeah,
You guys got to wait till all the cell phone companies at one time says, okay, this is what we can give you, because now they can, like the government can track that phone. They can watch your cameras. They can list it. Man, I ain't playing that crap. I got a crappy phone. I don't care.
well, I guess while we talk, I'll Google really quick.
Hey, Google that shit.
Google it because I know there's a delay. Why did
I'm just saying,
rhodium-
there's a new thing in there, but it's not really a rush to get it. It ain't like the guys were waiting like outside the door for a concert, but they were trying to buy a cell phone. They don't have that stuff anymore because it's just another cell phone. It ain't better. They just did something a little newer. That's
yeah,
all.
see, this is what's hard. Like, I'm only finding articles from back in 2021 where they blamed it on at the time reduced auto manufacturing
Right.
at the time back in early 2021. So I'm not seeing anything from 2022 yet. But that's very interesting.
It's the same thing. That's how it's. How do I explain this? It's the same thing as phones as it is in drugs. And it's gonna blow your mind, but this is what it is. And if you want to do your research, go ahead. I dare you. But when a phone comes out, like, okay, they want to do the new My gal just got the new iPhone 14. And she says, oh, it's the newest phone, But I see the commercials on TV. It's got 3 camera pixels on the back of it, 3 cameras. Hers has got 2. I said, well, I guess what? You didn't get the Pro.
5.
She's like, yeah, that's what the salesman said I got.
We got 5. Look at that. Yeah.
Well, I got- no, I mean, but it's the new thing and yada, yada, yada. I don't buy all that crap, man. It's just, I don't know.
Where are we going with this?
I don't know where we're
know.
going. I'm just trying to figure out why those three precious metal prices dropped.
I
like
want
they
to know
did.
what happened.
Because they're
on
not.
September
You
16th.
were
That's
talking
all,
about.
Scott.
I know, but you were talking about using them in phones, like I say they do.
Uh-huh.
But it's not. There's only one.
Did Nancy
thing that you
Pelosi's husband dump a bunch of stock?
Probably. That's probably what.
Well, we all know catalytic converters. Maybe this is an attempt to stop them. You know, all the thefts. You know,
Could be
lower
that.
rhodium.
Good.
Oh Lord. Anyway.
Scott.
I don't know where we're going, but those are your precious metal prices, right? And obviously, happy birthday to anyone and everyone
That had birthdays.
And it is officially autumn.
Is it?
today.
Yeah,
Are you
Today?
serious?
Last day of summer?
it is fall.
We're
Hear that,
getting
Lisa?
down to
It's
40 some
officially
degrees.
fall.
I saw.
Yeah, that's
It's fall.
Yeah, right.
today.
That's what.
now the snow comes.
Oh wait,
Sure.
Friday our low is 37 degrees
What?
Really?
Fahrenheit.
Oh,
You know what? I'm predicting this year:
Don't say it.
Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio,
Oh wait.
and Michigan.
Wait, we have a couple of things theorized in the chat.
Okay.
Razor says there's a huge drop in electric Green Deal interest in Europe, right? Which technically, yes, if you follow the news,
Yeah.
they've actually rolled back several things because of their energy crisis with
They
winter.
pretty much said they're out.
Yeah, they're pretty much screwed. Obviously, that little windmill and that little solar power ain't cutting it for your energy needs, right?
jeez.
So you need fossil fuels to help,
Yeah.
you know. So yeah, maybe that is true. I do remember last week on the 16th, that around that time frame, there was a lot of huge announcements across all of Europe and stuff, and even the E EU.
Oh, wait a second.
Yeah.
Wasn't last week when they had that big celebration about their signing that inflation reduction, but then the market tanked the same day?
Well, see, the markets typically don't react to precious metals like that per se. So I don't know. Maybe
Well, the markets might, but precious metals might react to the market.
You know what's really funny is because
Yeah.
I still remember a guy back in the old time days when I was watching this stuff on giant satellites. And his name was the Buzzard. And he said it like it was. If it ain't mine, if it ain't grown, it don't exist. And I
Yep.
still believe that to this day.
Okay.
But you ain't grown gasoline. You ain't growing oil. You ain't growing propane. You ain't growing natural gas. Hello, it's called mining.
Oh, nitrogen.
I'm
That
just
was
saying,
September
man,
13th,
if
by
it
the
ain't
way.
mine or grown, it doesn't exist.
You're right.
Well, anyways,
Anyway,
thank you, Razor, for putting something out there.
and thank you, Scott. For your input.
And Scott, thank you for your rambling
Yes,
contribution.
thank you.
as well.
Got you off that soapbox for a minute.
But hey, Kathleen's got some stories.
That's
I
right.
have a story.
You have a
Remember,
story?
she has a story.
I'm just doing a fun fact tonight.
Okay.
There's just not a lot going on.
Do you need a quickie break?
Sure. Let's
Okay.
take a break.
all right. That way Scott can go get a hit off his cigarette. Get off that soapbox, go fire up a cigarette, Scott, and we'll be right back.
Do you like to mine for gold? Enjoy prospecting
shake
a
your
nice
head.
crack
Go
in the
smoke.
bedrock? Enjoy getting outdoors to camp, fish, hunt, and hike on your public lands. You plan your trip, load the gear, grab the dog, put the family in the truck, and drive off to a locked gate. A sign says you cannot enter or access your own public lands. Mining claims and public land owned by we the people are being designated as off limits by our own government every single day. Are you concerned about the direction our government government is going? Are you tired of seeing no access, no entry signs on your lands? We are, and we are fighting back. We are AMRA, America Mining Rights Association, the fastest growing small mining advocacy association in America. AMRA is a 501c3 not-for-profit formed by miners, hunters, off-roaders, retired military men and women to stop the insanity. AMRA was formed to educate, unite, and help the small miners and public land users on their rights. Rights given to us by God. Do you want access to great mining claims? For a small tax-deductible donation to their Miners Legal Fund, your family gains access to proven excellent mining claims across America for an entire year. AMRA challenges the USFS, BLM, EPA, and the other agencies intent upon stopping you from enjoying your own lands. You are who pays these people's wages. It is time they listen to us. We need to unite. And that is what AMRA is doing. As you sit here right now, thousands of acres of public lands are being closed, locked, and blocked from use by you. Are you fed up yet? Join us. Get in on this fight and let's restore America to what our families fought and died for. Freedom. Just visit AmericanMiningRights.com. AmericanMiningRights.com. Also, check us out on Facebook at American Mining Rights Association. AmericanMiningRights.com. If you're interested in gold prospecting or treasure hunting as a career, hobby, passion, or just something you're interested in getting into, you have to visit goldprospectorspace.com. At goldprospectorspace.com, you'll find forums, chats, videos, blogs, sections on dry washing, metal detecting, high banking, and so much more. At goldprospectorspace.com. There's a store, classifieds, and at goldprospectorspace.com every Sunday night at 7:30 Eastern Time. Tune in to Prospectors Radio, the talk show for gold prospectors and treasure hunters. GoldProspectorspace.com is a social network with thousands of members, and everything you need is at GoldProspectorspace.com. Sign up today and get connected to others who share your love of gold and gold prospecting. Let the treasure hunt begin at GoldProspectorspace.com. GoldProspectorspace.com.
All right, we're back. Let's see, everybody start popping back in here. It's Kathleen. She's got a story for us tonight. Hey,
What happened
Kathleen.
to this picture?
His head got cut
Kinda.
off.
His head got cut off.
And he's wearing a clock
He
lapel.
got a clock on his
Hey, Kathleen, real quick before you start your story, did you see that thing that John Hunt shared, that treasure, that Ohio, that
The treasure hunt.
yeah, that one?
I briefly saw it, but I didn't read it.
As I seen that you kind of liked it, and I was like, oh, I wonder if Kathleen read that. Yeah.
No.
Oh, you need to read that. That's very interesting.
Is it like somebody organizing a treasure hunt, or
Yeah, it's a you win $5,000.
like an event?
Yeah.
Maybe Shad can cover it like an event.
No, you can't put that on me last minute.
Shad will cover an event of interest. How's that?
It's pretty cool. You have to send it to you. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna make you full screen, Kathleen. That way you can read your
You
story.
can't see his
I
head.
thought maybe we'd see his head if we made it full screen.
Oh my gosh. Why didn't you check these ahead of time and let me know? Dang it.
Not bad.
I did these ahead of time. I'm sorry. And my quality control department didn't
Oh,
check these
or-
out.
Fire him.
He's fired.
Wouldn't that
But
be
anywho.
Shad Biffle?
Don't put that on
The
me.
person you see behind me is this isn't gonna work if these pictures don't work here.
It's okay, just go with it.
I'm just gonna go with it. It's Alfred Packer.
Uh-huh.
He's half the man he used to be.
Anyway, I decided to do a fun fact over this article that I found. I get this. I don't know if you guys get this, but it's an online publication, some kind of the real American West or whatever.
Is there any way you can like Shad can lower his face so we can see his
I
face?
wish he could like give care.
Oh,
and
it's a big
try to
picture. Never
find,
mind. It's a big
you
picture.
know,
Never mind.
Alfred Packer's real face.
It's not my fault.
It is because
Well, just start
no,
talking. I'll fix
I
it.
sent this to him like at
It doesn't matter until the
4:30.
until Zoom happens.
But anyway, this article was written by Callan Cutsforth, and I think I get this online email from the Real American West, and they share these stories about. Sometimes they do ghost towns and just different stories from the West, and I've always been fascinated with this story, and I think I've even done a fun fact on this before. But they took an interesting take on it. They wrote about a phenomenon.
Oh, I bet that's my fault. Too.
Phenomenon. Mental health professionals.
There you go. Look at that.
There you go.
There's the guy. Look at that.
Look at that. I'm
there he is.
He
That
just
mental
looks like
health
a psycho
professionals
killer.
they call it hybristophilia. And what this mental health condition is where people become infatuated with serial killers and mass murderers. And especially those who are incarcerated. So this article goes on to say that it's also known as the Bonnie and Clyde syndrome. It afflicts mostly women who openly communicate with individuals who are high-profile criminals.
Right.
And the most celebrated Colorado convict who was wooed and loved despite his life sentence for eating his mining compadres back in the day was Alfred Packer. He was known for committing cannibalism during the winter of 1874 after guiding a group of 5 miners into the Colorado Territory's San Juan Mountains during a horrendous snowstorm. After arriving by himself at the nearby Los Pinos Indian Agency, Packer spun a story about his comrades having left him while they searched for food. He actually stuck to his tale, saying he was unaware of what happened to his companions, even though he carried large sums of their money and possessed their rifles and their belongings. And he basically had a flimsy account when he was questioned by those who knew him. And then, of course, they soon arrested him. And under interrogation, he did admit to partaking in cannibalism. Wow. However, he denied committing the murders. So
I'm going to call bull crap on that.
You know, man,
I'm just saying. When I was sitting there thinking, when you guys blew the picture back where I could actually see the guy, I was like, at first glance, I was like, oh, that's a psycho. And then you started talking about it. I'm like, oh, yeah, it is a psycho. And then they're wondering if he actually ate the people. Yeah, he had a lot of money. He was trying to eat to get out of there.
Thank you, Scott.
Oh my God.
Thank you for that. Well, following his incarceration,
unbelievable,
the mutilated bodies of his 5 mining companions were discovered. But most historians concluded that the remains were found near Gunnison Valley. This is what you see behind me is an illustration that an artist for Harper's Weekly magazine who was on the assignment in the area drew, and you can kind of see the names of the people. Back then they didn't have pictures, forensic photographs. But this is what they drew.
That's what it was. This is forensic photography.
This is their forensic photography.
This is their CSI work.
At the end, I'll actually show you a picture of what the bones look like, because they did excavate the area in 1989. And I do have some photographs at the end.
One guy, what was his name at the bottom? Something Wilson Bill. It looks like he ate all of him. The other
You know
Yeah.
what? I got to admit one thing, Tim. Hey, I got to admit one thing for somebody for doing like like how the bodies were laying. That's pretty darn real. How they drew that. So
Yeah.
I mean that's pretty good.
Yeah, it is. It's
picture.
good.
Yeah.
I can't draw like that. So
that's
Oh no,
no. I'm like looking at everything around him. I'm like, oh my god, this guy.
well,
really,
yeah.
he could take in the picture like you wouldn't believe. Holy crap.
Well, I mean, they said that the artist showed, the corpses. He showed signs of the violence where the skulls were actually fractured. So Packard saying that he didn't murder them. I mean,
right. How the skulls.
Oh yeah, but he just took a little. Hey, he just took a little off the thigh, right?
Yeah, it looks like they fell.
Yeah.
it just fell.
That guy fell down there. That one evidently got tripped up and fell weird, but
Hey, I'm just telling you guys, when it comes, I don't give a crap who you are. When it comes to eating somebody else, you are really dying.
Yeah, he probably should have left that spoon in there.
Yeah. Or he shouldn't have picked that bottom guy clean.
I know. Yeah, there ain't nothing left.
Ain't nothing left of him. At least
I've been here for 2 weeks. What have you been doing? I don't know. Lucy,
look.
Tyler, and Chip.
Look like buzzards.
Yeah, he obviously didn't like the right leg of that one guy or the chest.
Right.
He kind of was like, yeah, I'll leave that.
Yeah.
Anywho, following the discovery, Packer escaped from jail and went on the lam for nearly 10 years until March of 1883. When he was discovered in Douglas, Wyoming, he was living under the alias of John Schwartz. After his arrest, Packer was put on trial and convicted of murder and sentenced to death for killing 5 of his. I didn't tell you to change it yet. 5 of his persons for their money and their vicious desire for human flesh and blood. And during sentences, the judge famously uttered the words, "I sentence you, Alfred Packer, to be hanged by the neck until you are dead, dead, dead." You can change it now.
Oh, my bad. It was
Now,
dramatic.
you know what? You got to think about it, though. You got the only guy that come out of the whole wilderness. He's carrying everybody else's money, but he had to eat everybody else to get here.
Yeah.
I'm calling shenanigans.
I think it was all just a misunderstanding.
Well, what you see behind me, there was actually invitations to his execution, and these were sent to upstanding community members in 1883. However, they were unable to use their invites as the execution never took place, and Packer was eventually paroled.
Wow.
He would escape death on a technicality and receive a second trial. And at the outcome of that trial, he was convicted of manslaughter and sentenced to a 40-year prison term in the Colorado State Penitentiary in Canyon City. Canyon City, yeah. Throughout his incarceration, Packer maintained his innocence, saying he only acted in self-defense when attacked.
Okay.
Perhaps the most prominent woman to champion Packer's cause while he was in prison was the popular journalist known by the pen name as Polly Pry, who you see behind me. Okay. Supposedly, Polly, whose real name was actually Linnell Campbell Ross O'Brien, she received her nickname Polly Pry because they said that she was able to pry information out of anybody. But anyway, Pry first met Packer when she interviewed him when she was researching an article about Colorado's prison system. Well, anyway, Polly, who was also the first female reporter for the Denver Post, believed that Packer was innocent of murder. She used her column to argue that since sailors were legally allowed to eat people if they were lost at sea, the same rules should apply to people stranded in the mountains.
Yeah, it should. If you're
Even
not
though
bashing their heads in,
sailors don't rob their
right, or kill them.
for money.
Yeah.
So
You
anyway,
never know.
the popularity of her Packer column brought increased revenue and readership to the paper. Polly persuaded the owner of the Post, Harry Tamman, to pay for Packer's defense and demand a retrial. The retrial eventually led to a pardon for Packer, and on January 7th, 1901, Polly helped secure his eventual release. Packer received a constant stream of curious people who came to ogle, is it ogle or ogle? I don't know. This prisoner, ogle, ogle.
Yeah, I've heard it both ways.
You know what? I really love the picture, but is it me or is she wearing motorcycle gloves?
That's what they used to wear back then, I guess.
Motorcycle gloves.
Why is there a little hole in
I don't know.
right at the base of the hand?
Well, that's their buttons.
I know,
You gotta
but
have
like
some
a rubber
air.
button.
If you
If
got,
they itch, they can stick their.
Oh,
Oh.
Yeah.
yeah, but Shad, you gotta have some air. They freaking be sweaty.
Oh yeah, I don't doubt. You're right.
Like if
It's the
my
leather.
hands itched, I would want to.
I mean, you gotta remember back in the day, you know, a shower is like once a month.
So anyway, because of Packer's release or pardon or whatever, he started receiving a bunch of letters from a lot of admirers.
There you go.
One of the most famous admirers was a Rebecca A. Newman, and she was actually from Herkimer, New York. And I could not find a photograph of this woman, but here's the actual letter that.
Hey, that's where the diamonds come from, right?
Yeah, it is. It actually is.
Yeah.
She was actually a school teacher who developed a relationship with Packer. And it was a lifelong friendship, I guess. And she got Packer to admit to these murders.
Oh, wow.
By then he was serving his life sentence. But anyway, he ended up giving her a full detailed account of what happened. Wow. And it really was kind of crazy of what really went down. But what he
evidently they murdered him.
Well, you'll hear it here. But anyway, what he explained to her was that before the death of his 5 companions in November of 1873, Packer lied to the men, of course, and 15 other miners near Bingham County, the Utah Territory. He told them, these miners, that he had the ability to guide them through Colorado's territory's rich precious metal region. Because of his ineptitude, Packer caused the men to basically, fall behind in the San Juan Mountains for nearly 2 months. And they only covered like 250 miles of a meager average of 3 miles a day. Wow. So after wandering through the wilderness, the party eventually discovered the Ute Indians. Mm-hmm. And among the Ute Indians was Chief Ouray, the man you see behind me, who took them in near his village and basically let them set up a makeshift camp. And and he told them, he advised them, you need to stay here until the winter's gone because it's very, really dangerous, right? So you probably should listen to the natives when they're telling you this, right? So the 5 men with Packard, George Noon, Shannon Wilson Bell, James Humphrey, Frank Miller, and a very elderly Israel Swan, they wanted to reach Breckenridge before all the rest of the fortune hunters looking for gold.
And to get in that good scheme.
And to get in, to those areas, we're listening to Packer. And he was like, I'm very, very experienced, yada, yada, yada. They wanted to reach Breckenridge. These would be the 5 who would, go with Packer. And on February 9th, 1874, they foolishly followed him into that ferocious storm. So
Yeah, that's funny. I mean, they listened to the to this guy, right?
yeah, this guy
Like,
right
oh,
here.
this one I can figure out. They ignored this guy
Yeah.
who lives there
Yeah, who is
and
a
trusted
native.
that guy. I mean, does that? Yeah, look at those eyes.
I know he's got beady
Hey,
little eyes.
Just because you tie a ribbon around your neck, don't make it a bow tie.
Yeah,
I just got one question about that guy. Look at
I know. I mean, look at him.
look at the hair. It's perfect on the top and the front.
The
Like, that
hairdo,
right-
yeah.
That right side, it's like, is there a squirrel living in there? It's
Oh,
No,
he's-
that's what side he used to sleep on, dude.
he got crazy eyes, man. He looks like he'll eat you.
He's got crazy eyes.
I mean, look at him.
perfect. The top is perfect though. Look at it. It's like
I know,
eating it all.
but
Jeez.
they
Yeah, but you guys
ignored
gotta
this
understand, back
guy.
in those days, those guys didn't get out of those clothes because they never know when they had to shoot their way out of whatever.
I reckon.
Still,
Yeah.
I would go with this guy.
I mean,
I would
Packer
go with
was
that guy.
known as a pathological liar. And the account he gave to Newman, Rebecca Newman, basically concerning Chief Urey, is not entirely truthful because Packer said that Chief Urey told Packer that they were only 5 days away from Los Pinos. In fact, the prospectors who remained at the camps, the other prospectors who listened to the chief and didn't go with Packer, said, "Oh no, Chief Urey told them that they would all die." And they wanted to go out into the storm anyway. And Chief Urey couldn't really stop them and said, "Hey, if you're going to go out there, here, take this stuff with you." He gave them 20 pounds of flour, 10 pounds of good meat, and drew a crude map on the ground with a stick and said, "Go at it if that's what you want to do."
It's knowing you.
And off they went.
Actually, those provisions, I didn't hear how much water they got, which makes a
Didn't
real
say
big
anything about
difference.
water.
Do what?
They didn't mention water in the article, but that's
Oh, I know, but see, that's the big thing. You can give them this and you can give them that, but you didn't give them water, they're going to die within 50 miles. You just go pick it up again, sell it to the next Indian. See, I don't like that kind of story, but yeah.
Well,
Eh,
not
dirty.
surprisingly, at the
Oh,
end
look
of
at
the
that
9
guy.
days,
He's totally honest.
well, not surprisingly, at the end of the 9 days, their provisions ran out.
Mhm.
And they ended up eating their goatskin moccasins and subsisted on rosebuds until they were weakened and emaciated and mentally distracted. And those conditions clearly led to the deaths and cannibalisms of all in Packer's party. So while in prison, Packer often crafted leather belts and bridles, wooden canes, and watches that he would give to his women pen pals, if you will.
Sure.
So he was, in there for life. And he basically, I guess, made a lot of friends while he was in there.
Wow.
Yeah, he looks like a fun guy.
He does, don't he?
Look at him.
See, here he just looks crazy. Here he looks satisfied
Yeah, he looks
and like fun.
his
You know.
fancy hat and stuff on.
Jeez.
Yeah. Hey, you can
Don't worry, we got other pictures of the same guy coming up.
All right.
Well, he died in 1926 at the age of 80. You can go see him in Littleton, Colorado, where he's buried. It is not known what Rebecca Newman, if they ever did meet
Uh-huh.
ever in the history, but women like Newman still exist today, as we know, where they still are pen pals with these serial killers. But Packer is buried in Littleton, Colorado, and I guess he still was interred with full military honors.
Wow.
But I guess it said he later became a vegetarian. I
Oh,
don't know. That's what the
good.
article said.
He went green.
Who knows?
He became a vegan. Look at that.
But the next picture is actually the picture of the site. This is the real picture right here.
Don't move this thing.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Wow, that one guy on the left,
I
man.
know. What did he do to him?
that was
Right?
the crazy
And-
one, I think.
And even the thing, whatever is below him, the middle guy just looks like, this is cool.
Like,
The
yeah.
other guy, yeah, that kind of looks like the drawing of the
Yeah.
guy with the boots still,
Yeah.
right? We can toggle back. It looks like that guy
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
guy, yeah.
right there.
I
That
think
guy,
I think it's that
that
guy.
guy is that guy in the middle.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
the guy.
Positive.
It is definitely.
And that guy's missing his head. That guy, he messed up.
I don't know what.
Well, if you want to visit the Cannibal Massacre site, you still can.
really?
But I mean, well, it's closed, but the area is from downtown Lake City. You drive 3 miles on CO. Is it county? What's this? CO 149.
That Colorado State Route 149.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just after the road veers left and crosses a little bridge, look to the left at
There
the
you go.
large Alfred Packer Massacre site sign and turn left. Just past the house on the left, you'll see the site.
Oh,
All right,
wow.
somebody send me a picture of you visiting that site within the next 7 days, and I'll send you a half ounce of silver.
Oh, wow.
No photoshopping allowed.
So I don't know if anybody lives near there, but I guess you can still, go see it.
Sure. That's pretty cool, though. I'd like to see it.
I don't know. It'd be kind of a neat road trip, but I think it's
Okay.
closed.
Yeah. Well, at least you can get in the general area.
I think they have a marker though for
ride by.
with their names on it,
Yeah. You can
where
ride.
the men's name who perished.
The guys that got Eaton's names?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's
I was
cool.
about to say that's messed up if we don't at least talk about them.
Yeah.
Well, I mentioned their names tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Interesting.
Yeah, and I can't find the event that John Hunt. I tried to go on Facebook, but I'm still restricted to offending.
Oh, Chad.
Shaq got like
are you a
silent.
I know, I just got another one even, right?
He got
So
shadow
I got
banned.
this one, right? I don't know, you probably can't even see it, but it's Jeffrey Dahmer, right?
Yeah.
Now, this is from 2020 of November, and it states this meme, it's a joke. No one's going to tell me how many people I can have for Thanksgiving dinner.
Right.
Because at the time they were like, don't invite your family, right?
Yeah.
And I thought that was funny.
Yeah,
You know,
well,
he ate
for
people,
COVID.
right? And they're like, look how it ties into the show.
I know.
That's scary, right? So I'm like, whatever. It wouldn't even let me dispute it. It's funny. Ha ha. I just got a new one now, right?
Another one.
And this one's funny. It's
that one?
Hunter Biden with the Taliban. They said it goes against their standards of nudity. So I can't see anything on Facebook right
Is there
now.
nudity?
It's just him in his underwear, like the picture that's been everywhere. It's all jokes.
They're just basically finding everything they can to just make sure that Chad doesn't share anything on
Yeah,
Facebook.
I'll be completely kicked off the
Because-
site before
Yeah.
the
They've
midterm
got a
elections.
profile.
Yeah, I'm
He is
screwed.
not allowed to share anything until the election. That's all.
Especially if they're going back in time. I'm really screwed.
Yeah.
There's so much offensive
Chad is
stuff
not
I've
allowed
shared.
to share anything until the midterms. So
Good.
So I'll have to share it here on Gold Prospectors.
no, don't do that because then none of us will be able to
Yeah.
share.
So you were talking about the Ohio treasure hunt.
Yeah, I started to find it, and then
Okay.
that's when it all went wrong on me.
Well, you can win $5,000. And what they're going to do, the Ohio treasure hunt is a real life interactive treasure hunt in the style of an escape room. Okay. Participants are mailed a bag, which includes items and clues necessary to solve a series of riddles. The riddles are released separately on a specific date and time. The riddles and clues will lead you to a real-life location in Ohio, while other riddles can be solved right at home. The riddles will ultimately reveal the exact location of the treasure somewhere in the region. The winner must solve the riddles and claim the treasure to win the $5,000 prize. It's limited. The treasure hunt will be limited to the Southwest Ohio area. So
Is it free to join?
it's cost you $62.
Ah.
And it's going to be no more than 500 participants. They'll mail the bags out October 1st, and then you will get the riddle October 15th at 10 a.m. The hunt begins.
What a scam, man. They're making $31,000.
I was gonna say, I was not gonna say it. I was sitting here going, you guys.
He was like, okay.
Man.
You gotta pay.
You know what? For $50, I will hide $5,000 in gold, all right, and silver, right?
Hey,
$50, 400.
it could be pretty cool, though, I think, because you could do it.
Oh my God, we need to do that. We need to get in on that racket. Oh my God.
You know what?
We got $5,000.
Oh, I'm sure we can
totally
find
make
that.
some money.
And I don't
He
care
wants
who
to
it is
find a
right
treasure.
now. I'm calling shenanigans. It's a shyster. It's crap. You're like, you know what? It's
Hey, okay, that might be fun and all, but I don't think you should
Fun, I think.
pay.
Yeah, well, if they're putting a
Well, if it's part,
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
would need. I can't
Yeah.
see the thing. Obviously, maybe it's for a good cause.
Yeah,
Are they
maybe.
raising money for something?
I don't know.
You know what? Guess what? I'm gonna go bury 5 grams of gold, folks. And if you want to find it, I'm gonna give you a map for $25.
Well, if they're raising money for something, then awesome.
Yeah, and it's cool.
I
I
you know
think
what?
sounds
Don't do
pretty
it.
fun.
Don't do it that way. That's just
It sounds pretty cool, though.
See, I would do a real treasure hunt, right? And this would require you to travel all over the United States. You would have to go to people we know and ask them a question. So your first stop would undoubtedly be Scott.
But if you could win $5,000 just by solving a few riddles,
It depends. There's a lot.
But you're not guaranteed the $5,000, but you're
If
out
you-
62.
if you solve it, you are. Yeah, if you solve it, get there and get the token.
You're out 62,
Out 62.
and somebody makes $31,000.
But if only like 100, if like less than 150 people do it, you get a full.
Yeah. But
So,
again,
fine.
there may be more to it. Why that
Yeah.
we just don't know. So
Yeah.
I guess
I
we'll
disagree.
withhold judgment.
I will withhold my judgment. It's
No.
really not.
And no
Crap.
offense, $62 is a very specific number, right?
That's kind of
Yeah.
weird.
Usually you go 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Why 62?
hey, you know what, Shad? How about I just tell you $62.99 because it's not 63.
62.
Might have been 62.
This is the biggest bogus bull crap money making scheme.
Wait a minute. I think it's 62.98 to be exact.
You know what?
Is it 62?
I'm gonna tell you what. I'm Swiftwater, and I am against this thing right now.
All right. so-
Do not buy a ticket. Do not buy a map. Don't do it.
All right.
It's bogus.
All right.
Man, we
I
could
can
make
tell
some
you I
money.
hunt-
We
I
should
can-
get
I can
all
tell
of
you
our
that.
gold and silver, bury it, come up like this, 2.5 ounces, throw that in there, bury it, and write like a poem like Forrest Finn, like this. Oh my God.
Yeah, I guess you could. Honestly.
No, then you're going to get sued and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Don't be a freaking idiot.
Yeah. Something will happen.
Now,
Oh,
with
I'll-
my
I'll
luck,
show you-
it would
I'll
be
show
so
you a map for
simple
60.
somebody
And
will
it's
find
in
it.
Ohio. So
Yeah.
I wonder if it's somebody we know in the gold mining community.
I don't know.
Oh, did you say in Ohio?
It's
Yeah.
Yeah, Southwest Ohio.
kind of
That's
a
why
haunted,
it's $62. They put it in the tax.
it's kind of a haunted treasure hunt kind of thing, Kev.
It's a haunted
It's a
treasure.
haunted one.
Yeah, that's why it's
Oh,
called the
that's
treasure
true.
hunt. And
Well,
it's in October, and it'll have like I don't know, like a haunted theme. Maybe I don't know. Maybe the thing's hidden at a haunted property somewhere. Who knows?
well, if they're like raising money for maybe like a chapter,
Yeah. Who
a
knows?
gold
Yeah. I don't
whatever
know.
chapter.
Research it more and see, what it.
Well,
What-
there is one event this weekend though to talk about besides that coming up, right?
Yeah.
It's the Midwest Silver Shootout, right? This is in Kirkland, Indiana, September 24th through the 25th, from 8 a.m. all the way to, I assume, 2 p.m. It may go to 2 a.m. I don't know. Things can get crazy. But this is Thomas Pennyweight folks posted this event. So the Indiana Gold Prospector chapter. Now,
Metal detector galore.
yeah, so this one is several hunts. Now, there are registration fees. You can learn more going to the events tab and finding it, but the morning hunt's $35. The silver hunt's $50. The midnight detecting hunt's $15. Registration fee due at the time of registration. They accept credit cards over the phone, or they can invoice you through PayPal, Square, or whatever. Now, they also 8 a.m. there has registration open. Breakfast is included. They have start of the morning hunt is on 10 a.m. Through 12 p.m. Then they have a lunch they serve. Then from 2 to 4 p.m. that's the silver hunt. Then at 5 they serve dinner. So come on, this is cool.
Hey, if they got a midnight hunt, they better have a lunch.
Yeah, well, 6 p.m. they have raffles, right?
Yeah.
They then have a campfire at dusk. At 9:30 p.m. through midnight is the night hunt. So that sounds pretty cool, right?
Sounds
So
like fun.
yeah, it sounds like a lot of fun. Great event, great people. Camping is available on site starting Friday through all the way through Sunday. So just let them know if you're going to be staying at the camping area. They have space for RVs along with plenty of room for tents. The area is primitive, so make sure you bring your generator for power. There will be water available on site, but no dump station. So yeah, pretty cool. They got a lot more information they posted on the Facebook event page for it. They are going to have higher value targets, out there too to win. So a lot of cool stuff going
Indiana
on.
has some fun
Very cool.
events.
Very
They
good.
always have some really good events.
Yeah, but we still only poop in a bucket.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, let's go ahead and wrap it up. On that note, good job, Shit, Kathleen, Scott, Rich. I want to thank everybody for being here. Don't forget to be here Sunday. Who's our guest, Scott, Sunday night?
Tim Fisher.
Tim Fisher.
Yep.
From Tim Fisher.
Somewhere.
All
Hey,
right.
you guys, you know what? I've met Tim at the Gold Show for many years. Tim Fisher, you look him up. He's on YouTube and stuff like that. He's actually digging up a dredge right now, and it is
A bucket
it's really-
line dredge.
Yes, it's
All right.
really. He's been working at it for like 3 years, but
All right. Well, that's cool. It'll be.
it's gonna be a cool thing, and he does a lot of other things too. He's
Okay.
got a lot of his what do you call it, fingers in the pie, so to speak. So
So
yeah,
Sunday.
it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be
My
cool.
drink's done. We're out, man.
All right. So Sunday. We'll see you all Sunday night, 7:30. Tim Fisher's the guest. We're out of here. Good night, everybody.
Good
Good night, Gold Diggers.
We want to thank you for tuning in tonight, and be sure to join us every Wednesday night right here on Prospectors Radio for our West Coast Wednesday show at 9 Eastern Standard Time. Thanks again for listening.